Good morning out there from in here, out here. It's a gray day. Walked Vivi in a drizzle. We did just fine. She's over there taking a nap. She's so adorable when she puts her head on a pillow. The cats are chasing each other. Do you like rainy days? Remember when you didn't? Do you like them now? Boy, I do. I just love them. It's all gray and rainy and wet and drizzly, and get that book. Maybe you have to work or something, so it's different for you. Big news. Get this book, all $20, and you get all this, but whether you do or not, you're assured that every single penny of that $20 goes to the Ukraine Relief Fund. There it is, SCHULER, SCHULER, Schuler Books. They'll send it to you. Busy Grief's Raw Towns, Ukrainian Poems. G.F. Korik, I don't know, he must be exhausted. They had a launch reading yesterday at Schuler Books, and I heard it was wonderful. And G.F. Korik did it all. I mean, he worked and worked and worked and worked and worked. So welcome to the Sentimentalist. I'm Mark. Hi, Clifford. Bibby snows. Bibby snores. She's now buried behind the pillows. Quite a week. Oh, yesterday Bibby and I were taking our walk, and dear friend stopped the car and told me she was selling her place. She has a place on Lake Michigan. She loves it. She loves her boat out there. She loves her partner. She's selling it because there's a guy out there who harasses her. Even put up spotlights onto the house where she lives. She can't live in there anymore. She loves it. When I was little, I used to say to my mom and dad, I don't understand. That's my phone telling me I'm on the air. I say to my parents, I don't understand mean. What? Why mean? I don't understand mean. And I don't want to hear some religious bullshit about it. I don't understand it. I can be mean, but I have been. I don't understand it. Imagine doing that to her, though, selling her house. And she cried. God, I love her. I wanted to say, I know a guy. Because I've got this violent streak in me when somebody's hurt by somebody else, and I just went up against the wall. These churches that pick on people, oh man, do they get away with it. And anyway. Yeah. And on Tuesday nights, in one sense, I'm just so lucky. I've had these amazing experiences. Here I am from this little town. I know nothing. I mean nothing. Okay? Yeah. And I hear that story yesterday, and then on Tuesday nights, I teach for what is called the University of Parents Learning. Or learning parents. Well, anyway. It's out of Atlanta. It works by Zoom. And I'm teaching a poetry and writing class, writing your own story. And they're reading the poems of Sam Cornish, the poet laureate of Boston. And did you see the PBS poet laureate Ada Limon on PBS last night? You could probably find it. Oh, she's just so dear, so kind, so sane, so smart, she just smiles when she's not smiling. So anyway, I teach this course on Tuesday night, and it's for, as you can probably guess, that did this wonderful program. Thanks to the Supreme Court and Trump and all the people who don't care about people, and have caused it. And so there are these people, primarily low income, and they can't afford care for children, but they want to learn. And so we go Zoom into their kitchens and we talk, and my class is all women and all black women. And they call me Mr. Jack. Mr. Jack, what do you think of that poem? And they call themselves Miss Edna, Miss Charlene. It's just so warm. And then there's this other side. Every single one of them has been sexually abused. And I said, well, our daughter's in her late 40s, and, by now she's safe. And this woman just almost jumped off the screen and said, she's not safe. No woman's safe. Little town, me, 1,200, all white, no LGBTQ. I mean, nothing. Me? This happens. I'm teaching this course. I'm listening to this heartbreaking story. And I have no experience. Nothing. But the wrong guy doing this. I don't even know how to empathize, I had a snide comment. Did you have a miscarriage day? Imagine that. I have a friend who's had 4. Her mother had a couple. Gonna arrest my mom, put her in jail. Yep. Oh, here comes Vivian. I don't know why. She's going under the wire. We don't have room here. This is a comedy act, Laurel and Hardy. Are you coming through, dear? No, we're just gonna stay right here. That's fine. Oh, isn't that dear? All right, that's good. That's good. You can stay here. Oh, now we're not. Now we have a cat. You know what I love about rainy days? I've reached that age. Have you come to this? And maybe it's because of the pandemic and the Supreme Court and the riot at the Capitol and the hearings and everything like that. But excitement isn't exciting. Do you know what? You know what I love? And I really want you to too. I love this cup of coffee. I just love the coffee. Got the window, rain. Julie's knitting. Oh, I could watch Julie knitting. I could watch her spinning. Read a book. I think I'm lucky. Finally learned it. I've always loved Julie. Never realized how lucky I was. Really, really lucky. Yep. I had an emergency tooth emergency, and how wonderful this office was. My dentist had broken her hip and couldn't take care of me, and this other office said, oh dear, it was 8:30 in the morning. They said, oh dear, we're only open till noon. It was on a Friday. We're closed on the weekend. Oh, but come on in here. We'll figure it out. Isn't that beautiful? We'll figure it out. And I talked to them about people not liking dentists, and I said, I can understand not liking pain or not liking this tooth, but oh my gosh, what you're doing for me, they took all that time, brought in a guy who had his day off and took care of the whole thing. Yeah, isn't that something? If you get a chance to catch the last night, had PBS, had about 10 minutes with Ada Limon, the new poet laureate, and she was just the way she is. She smiles when she's serious. Not smile. You can feel smile was all through her. She's just so sane and so kind, and wow, she's going to be an amazing poet laureate just by being herself. Meredith, our daughter, showed us a picture. She was she was purple, and she asked, why are you purple, Meredith? And I've been canning beets all day. Now there's another sweet thing. See, just do that. I've been canning beets all day. Yeah. Oh my goodness. The guy who was working on my tooth for jumping around, that's the fun. He had to go from me with about 9 shots of Novocaine in me to next door where there was a 4-year-old screaming and crying. And I could hear him over here. It's going to be okay, buddy. So I kidded him saying, you went from being Mr. Rogers over here to me, saying, how you doing? Oh my goodness, poor guy. Poor guy. Let's see if there's anything else here. Well, yeah, that's good. So, Mr. Jack, let's read a poem. It's the poem. I was thinking about how lucky I am. And we have a friend, Chris Seams, who sent this. She makes these cards, but they're not cards. There should be, I would give anything to get a museum room and display every single thing that she's made. I don't know. She calls them cards. They're not cards. They're art objects. They're one of a kind. They're completely original. And one came this week. Lifted the spirits, huh? Yeah. Wow. So, speaking of being lucky, it's an old book. You can probably get it online for 35 cents. It's called Watching You from Across the Room. And it's for Julie. It says it right there. I'm noticing the gentle curve of your cheekbone as it begins somewhere under your skin and ends in a new somewhere, as around you the cicadas sing in the night and the politics refuse to wear out. I want to stay quiet and gentle. But there are words like cancer and détente and thermonuclear to try to whisper between the notes on the jazz riff or the strokes of the brush on the tight white canvas. In the winter, the saints still sleep in the same snow as the same snow comes to us from the same witch's kitchen. Each morning we bring in 10 logs for the wood stove, watch the sow bugs skim across the hardwood floor or fall into the flames and disappear in the same heat that takes the snow. Our skin is new, but is growing old, its own memory fixed, though I imagine cells begging to go back. Tonight, again the news, and sleep. Tomorrow we will drift across another day, take comfort in the way we dream, the way we say good night. Take care, be kind, try to be cheerful. Oh, goodness, I just splashed the coffee on me. That's a good closing, huh? Yeah, who cares? That's fun.